Hey guys, welcome to part 12 of the commentary, and possibly the one that I'm least excited about. If you don't know why, well, you'll see the films coming up that I have to talk about, and you people would know, like, what I would be talking about if you've seen this part of animation Lookback, or that you see this is Treasure Planet, and you know what's going to be coming up. Okay, so let's start off on Treasure Planet. I remember as a kid, like during the time when it was released and a little bit later also, I always get this film confused with Don Bluth's Titan AE. It's mainly because they're both very similar if you think about it. They're both hand-drawn animated films. They're both like very sci-fi, and they both also use computer animation to use some of the special effects. And but at least it's a good thing that right now that now that I'm older and now that I understand more about animation and all that stuff, it's easy to identify both Titan AE and Treasure Planet. Mainly because Treasure Planet has that 70-30 law, where it looks like the aliens are cosplaying or dressing up like pirates and Victorian age clothing. And to be honest, for me, that's one of the big flaws about Treasure Planet. Sorry about that. And mainly because I can't understand why they dress up like in Victorian age clothing and stuff like that when they have like aliens and beyond high tech sci-fi technology. You think mainly because like they would they would live in a more dystopian age or something like that, but like, just by thinking about it, I guess they're trying to do, like, a Star Wars thing where it's a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. They're trying to do, like, the Star Wars way, pretty much, I guess. But it still confuses me, like, you would think that they would be in a more futuristic style. But no, they decide, I guess, like, somewhere they decide to restart life and go like have a Renaissance and a Victorian age era, and like just to have like a system start, I guess. But I guess I'm overanalyzing this, am I? But yeah, that's what I find. It doesn't make sense for me that they're all dressed up as Victorian age, but yeah. And it's very unfortunate that it lost money, because it really does look nice. Alright, Brother Bear. And, I don't know if I'm going to anger people by saying this, but to be honest, it's not that I hate Brother Bear, but it's just that I find that Brother Bear is the Disney animated film that's the most stereotypical Disney. Like, the one that has all the Disney formula in it. And it doesn't really offer much, because it's just talking animals in an animated film, and that's pretty much it. And it's like, yeah, you do have like the mystical powers and stuff like that around the beginning, but it's like, that's it. And also, like, you would get like the selfish the selfish main character that's just like meh, that doesn't care, and then later on he learns about friendship and family and stuff like that, and like the whole movie is about family and friendship and all that stuff. And also you get like the cute little sidekick character that's a little bit like Scrappy Doo, Coda. And also you get like the two sidekicks, Root and Took. Well, not sidekicks, but comic reliefs. And because there's two of them, it'll make people automatically think, oh, they're trying to do like Timon and Pumbaa, which is pretty much it. I know they're trying to do like Bob and Doug McKenzie with Rick Moranis. And by the way, I really do apologize for that mistake that I've done for Rick Moranis. I feel very terrible. That's the worst mispronunciation that I've done. It's Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas. And by the way, I am, even though I am sorry for the Rick Moranis error, I am not, however, sorry about the Kenai or Kenai thing. Because, like, I don't really care much about the characters, to be honest. It's just, like, I could call him Kenny for all I care. And it's like, I don't really care that much. But the people who love that movie, and when they see this part, they seem infuriated when I call him, I think it was Kenai, but, yeah, I think I call him Kenai. But the real thing is Kenai, I think. It could be the other way around, but to be honest, like I said, I don't really care. You know, unless, like, Brother Bear suddenly pulls off, like, Country Bear Jamboree, then I guess it'll be cool. Like, okay, like, you could, by the way, you could also argue that, no, okay, screw Home on the Range. I'm just gonna continue talking about Brother Bear. You could say that, yes, Lion King is the same thing, but there's a lot of emotion in Lion King. There's a lot of emotion. You really feel for the characters. In Brother Bear, not that much. That's why Brother Bear isn't really as successful as The Lion King. That's what I find. Alright, I guess I can't avoid this right now. Home on the Range. Let me tell you, people, I find it to be bad. This was bad. And they do things, mainly because they do a lot of things that I just find ridiculous. And one of them is mainly because the style, like the character design on the characters, I find is a little too cartoony in terms of Disney, I find. Also, the villain. Yeah, the Yoda, Mr. Yodel, this guy here. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie. I find him to be the worst Disney villain. Like, not the worst ever, but, like, definitely one of them. Because I remember seeing, like, his song. He starts out, like, pretty cool and okay, like, the roughest guy around, and a dangerous one, and something that goes like this. And then suddenly, he goes off yodeling, and that's his weapon. And I find it so embarrassing. Because keep in mind, like, that could be acceptable maybe if this is a DreamWorks or a Blue Sky film, but for God's sakes, this is Disney. This is from the same people that brought you Maleficent, the Horn King, Scar, the Queen from Snow White, Judge Frollo, you know, those amazing villains. And then we got Mr. freaking Yodel here, going, like, using his weapon like, it's like, oh god, that is terrible. It's just embarrassing. He gives Disney villains a bad name. Like, personally, I think he would be as bad as the butler from the Aristocats. And now, Chicken Little. This is another bad one. In fact, I'm actually debating rather which one is the worst. Is it Home on the Range or Chicken Little? Because this is another bad Disney film. Mainly because I find it to be pretty depressing for nothing. Like, there were several scenes that we feel we feel sad for Chicken Little because, like, he's the loser of the town and everybody's making fun of him and all that stuff. But they do that mostly for no apparent reason but to be depressing. And that's one of the big flaws. And also, I find, if you think about it, the baseball scene, just filler. It has no relation to the plot. Yeah, people are happy about him at one point, but then they go back from being looking at him as a loser. And apparently, like, if you saw the opening, they do the same thing. Like, this is a regular occurrence. So why is it that when he discovered the aliens different than before, you know? And also, another thing that I find so bad about it is that they would do flaws that normally Disney wouldn't do. Like, they would do not only like bad animation, that I would pass, mainly because this is the first computer animation for Disney, but also they would do pop culture references and a lot of plot holes and flaws in an already weak movie. And it's like you look at Disney going, what's wrong, Disney? I mean, this isn't like you. But that'll do for now. I'll join you next time, and see you later, dudes.